Hey folks, Don Ward McCarthy here with 311 Realty Group. Just bringing you your update for what happened in March, kind of looking back at the first quarter of 2022 in real estate for the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area. So we're going to look at some macro numbers, and then of course we dive down into some of our local neighborhoods, see what's going on. Anyways, much as we predicted last month in that, January, February, I typically find it's the best month for home sellers to sell because the supply is so tight. Coming into March, that supply increases. What happened year over year? Yes, that tells one story, but I want to dig into what happens month over month. I think that gives us a better picture, and absorption rates as well too. How many weeks of supply of inventory for condos and houses are on the market. That gives us a better kind of perspective, I feel, than looking at the past year, because 12 months is a long time in real estate. But let's look at that picture. So as you can see here, it's the year over year summary. Our sales are down, which is our demand. Our supply is down. Our prices are actually up almost 20% year over year. Again, I'm not too focused on that. Let's look at monthly figures. And our average days on market are down about 15%. Let's look at the month-to-month stats. Just going to look at here the change between February. As we say, this top line here is our sales. So that's demand. Demand was up 20%. Inventory was up 42%. So massive jump in inventory, which we typically see a good increase in March. Our price was actually down 3%. So again, we predicted that last month, that there would be a bit of a deflation in the market. Buyer fatigue is occurring. People are willing to get into the crazy multiple offer situation. So we're seeing the auction style sales actually backfire on some agents now. What's it now then? That's average days on market, pretty much 11 days. So that hasn't changed month to month. Let's look at that, how that looks graphically year over year for the last 4 years. So right here we have supply. You can see here our supply is down this year for the first 3 months versus 2021. Where's our demand? Our demand is also down. So both are down equally. So what's happened? Our prices. Supply demand equates to what's happening in our prices. So as you can see here, we came into the start of the year, huge jump. January, February over last year. This is our 18% differentiation between last year and this year. But you can actually see that 3% drop here. You see that? That 3% drop right there. So we did predict that last month that this would occur. And it happens most every year. You can see here last year, 2021, coming into the year, roaring prices and then flat lines. Okay. Now last year was a bit different because we had the vaccinations and everything coming in, so that played a different role. Absorption rates. Let's take a quick look at absorption rates. So what are absorption rates? Absorption rates are based on what's sold in the last week and what's available today in the market. How quickly do we predict that the current available product, either with condos or homes, will that get absorbed by the buyers? A buyer's market would be about 6 months of inventory. But as you can see here, look at condos, look at homes. We're looking at about 4 weeks, 3, 4. A bit more now, of course, in March. We've got six weeks of inventory, seven. So that again is a good indicator for us to determine where is our market going. If this number starts to increase, are we heading towards buyer's market, which we haven't seen, of course, in the GTA in forever. Don't quote me on that. Again, we have to keep an eye on these figures, right, to determine where our market's going. So I reckon we're going to tip away again, much like last year when we look at this chart in terms of our prices. We're going to probably plain sail along here unless something catastrophic happens. I think the prices are going to maintain themselves. Interest rates will have an impact, so there will be probably a bit of deflation in prices. That is my 2 cents on what's going to happen moving forward to the next couple of quarters in the GTA. Listen, thanks again so much. Do reach out to us if you need anything. Stone and Ward McCarthy here at 311 Realty Group. Ciao.